Viewers, the day after the Delhi High Court refused to grant relief to the Congress in its plea challenging the Income Tax Department's reassessment over 3 years, the tax authorities have slapped a 1800 crore notice upon the Congress. Yes, viewers, fresh 1800 crore tax notice for assessment years 2017-18 to 2020-21. So 3 assessment years. The notice after, as I told you, the HC rejected the plea challenging the reassessment. This latest tax notice includes penalty and an interest component. And the Congress claims that the notice has been served without accompanying documents and it is an undemocratic and unreasonable move on part of the government. The Congress has also declared that it will appeal in a higher court and is confident that it will get relief. Listen in.
हम पूरी तरीके से आश्वस्त हैं, हमें रिलीफ कोर्ट से मिलेगा ही मिलेगा, रोक नहीं सकते हैं और हम इसके बाद में सुप्रीम कोर्ट जाएंगे क्योंकि कानून हमारे साथ है, हमें हर हालत में रिलीफ मिलेगा। लेकिन जब हमारे को रिलीफ मिलेगा जब तक के इलेक्शंस खत्म हो गए होंगे।
Additionally, the Congress has sought to turn the tables on the BJP. Mallikarjun Kharge, who is the Congress party president, has come out and said that the BJP should be sent a notice for a 4,600 crore penalty, which is overlooked for BJP's 42 crore unaccounted deposits. 135 crore penalty demanded from Congress for 14 lakh cash deposits by MLAs and MPs. Who is pressurizing IT department to act in this unjustified manner against opposition? Why is IT department being used as a weapon to harass principal opposition party? ED and CBI being used to subvert democracy and belittle constitution. This is what the BJP had to say in response, viewers.
हाई कोर्ट ने 45 पेज के ऑर्डर में, और मैं कोट करके बता रहा हूं, कहा है कि सब्सटैंशियल एंड कॉन्क्रीट एविडेंस एग्जिस्ट कि 520 करोड़ का डूबियस अनअकाउंटेड ट्रांजैक्शन हुआ है कांग्रेस पार्टी के साथ। उसमें उन्होंने यह भी बताया है कि किस प्रकार से करोड़ों रुपए कांग्रेस पार्टी के दफ्तर में और एआईसीसी में 24 अकबर रोड में पाए गए हैं और इसीलिए इस सारी चीजों का असेसमेंट होना जरूरी है। यह कुछ दिन पहले हाई कोर्ट का आदेश आया था और आज भी हाई कोर्ट ने उन्हें राहत देने से इनकार किया और आज इसीलिए मूल सवाल यह पैदा होता है जो प्रधानमंत्री जी ने ट्वीट भी किया है कि क्या आपका संवैधानिक संस्थाओं के प्रति, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के प्रति कमिटमेंट कंडीशनल है?
But viewers, let's get to the facts, and these facts have been established by the courts and they tell us that it is the Congress itself that appears to have dropped the ball when it came to filing its tax returns on time or settling its dues with the tax office in time. In fact, if anything, the facts suggest that the Congress has been disinclined towards honoring liabilities on its finances or incomes, or call it what you have to, for years altogether. Now, there are 3 basic tax matters. 1994-1995 tax matter, let's look at it first. The Congress claims that the case has been vengefully dredged up suddenly 30 years later after IT department furnished rupees 54 crore demand notice. The fact, however, is, viewers, the 1994-1995 tax matter has been pending since 1997 in IT tribunals and the High Court for several years. In 2016, the High Court ruled the IT department's favor. The status of the matter is that the Congress has appealed in the Supreme Court. Next date of hearing is April 1. So, viewers, this matter has already been adjudicated upon by the High Court, which has ruled in favor of the IT department. Let's look at the next case, which is the reopening of tax assessments from 2014 to 2021, which we're talking about. Congress claims that's an attempt to squeeze Congress out of all its funds to prevent it from using resources to fight polls. Fact, viewers, is that the reassessment being carried out after tax raids allegedly revealed unaccounted monies and spends during the searches on alleged Congress associates since 2019 in Madhya Pradesh, Karnataka and other states. What is the status? Congress has filed writ petitions against all 7 years. Delhi High Court has heard plea with regard to 3 years on March 20th. The order was reserved. Now, viewers, let's look at tax case pertaining to 2018-2019. The Congress claims the IT department arbitrarily recovered rupees 135 crores from Congress bank accounts on March 16 to bankrupt the party ahead of polls. But what is the fact? The Congress claimed exemption of rupees 199 crore income in this year. The exemption was struck down. IT department hence served a notice of rupees 105 crore on the Congress in 2021. The Congress's appeal before the CITA was dismissed on March 13. Delhi High Court also dismissed the Congress's appeal. So what is the status, viewers? The IT department has recovered 135 crores from Congress bank accounts on March 16, 2024, only after clearance from the courts. So viewers, the question then has to be asked, does the Congress vendetta claim hold up to scrutiny? Let's open this up, viewers, and I want to first begin tonight with Tehseen Poonawalla. Mr. Poonawalla, it appears to me, from the facts that I have researched, pulled out from orders, bona fide orders, that the Congress itself is to blame for the mess it is in. It should have, like any honest citizen would do, like you would do, I would do, if we were to get a tax notice, quickly reconcile. But they haven't.
Thank you, Rahul. Actually, your facts are partially correct, not completely correct.
Wow.
And allow me to explain to your viewers because it's slightly technical.
Okay.
On one issue, which is about the 1994-1995 tax notices at the time when Sitaram Yechuri ji is there, 54 crores that are now sought to be extorted at the time of elections. The Congress has already moved the Honorable Supreme Court.
Extorted?
Can you or your viewers... Sir, 1 second, now please, Anand. Let's not do this. No,
Okay.
don't heckle.
Let him finish.
Can you? It's a technical issue. Let the viewers understand. Can you, in your research, show me another case when a party has moved Supreme Court that the tax notice has come while the matter is in the Supreme Court listed? The matter has not been dismissed. It's listed in the Supreme Court. Now, for the other issue, which was the 199 crore issue, the 2019 to the 2021 issue, you will recall, and your viewers will recall, that there was an exemption given for late filing of returns because of COVID. At that point of time, the Congress treasurer had died. Now, anyone who understands how political parties function, political parties first have to submit their accounts to the Election Commission of India. The Election Commission of India will only accept the accounts when the treasurer is there. So a new treasurer was subsequently appointed. It was so there was a delay in a few days. Political parties are exempt from income tax. Congress has not hidden some money.
No.
What Congress has said is the money that should be exempted, income tax is saying is not exempted. That is where they have lost in High Court, they have again moved Supreme Court. Why at a time when elections are on, tell me another time in the history of India, even during emergency, where accounts were leaned. Accounts are not freeze, they've leaned. And 135 crores have been sucked out of the party's income tax. It's like you're fighting a battle, but my hands are tied in a boxing match. My leg is tied and I'm told to fight Mike Tyson. That's the problem. The BJP has unaccounted money from bonds, from electoral bonds, from dubious companies. But the Congress, which has legitimate money, which an institute of the government has struck down and saying, no, this is not legitimate. And today has their hands tied up. That is the problem. It's not a level playing field.
Okay, now just a minute. Viewers, you see, a large number of us, and I'm sure you would know about this, get tax notices routinely. The tax officer is not finding out if that money is required for you to pay for your cancer treatment, God forbid, or for a EMI on the precious house that you have bought to live in, or for certain treatments or rehabilitation of your parents or whatever. If you are furnished with a tax notice, you have to comply. You can go to court, but you have to comply, viewers, or you end up in lots of trouble. Dr. Ranganathan, you were raising your hand.
But there's a difference between an individual
No, please. There is no, sir.
Political
That is in your mind. No. Under only certain. No, there's no absolute exemption. It is a conditional exemption.
And who puts the condition? The income tax office.
But it's in the rules. It's in the rules. It's in the rules. Hang on. It's in the rules, viewers. There are certain exemptions. Excuse me, sir. Please. Under the RPA, there are certain rules which have to be followed. There are certain terms under which you get money, you declare money. You can't just suddenly...
It's declared.
No, 1 second. And this is the same Congress party, viewers, don't forget, who also owes money in the National Herald case. Don't forget, viewers.
No, they don't owe no money there.
Oh, right. Of course they don't.
What happened to the Hawala case on the
Of
going
course,
on
of course, of course.
I just
Two people
mentioned
are
one
out on
thing.
bail.
Please.
I mean, okay, yes, Dr. Ranganathan, you want to come in? Please go ahead.
I was so aghast by one word that Tehseen used that I just repeated it, and Tehseen said, Anand, stop interrupting. Rahul, you asked me to come a minute before, and now Tehseen, please give me some time. I was aghast at your using the word extorted. You mean to say the income tax who are legitimately asking for the money that they are owed are extorting? Who is extorting whom for the last 70 years, brother? But now, let's not muddy the waters. As Rahul said, there cannot be two rules. One for the political parties, Congress and others for the common man. Number one, let me now, because this will go on and on, let me actually quote the High Court verbatim, Rahul. It's very important. Quote, the problems that beset the petitioner, i.e. Congress, today
Ourselves.
are of its own making. The party has been remiss in taking preemptory steps in respect of a demand which had remained outstanding right from 2021. As we read this ITAT order, the court that was approached before Congress approached the High Court, the petitioner has itself to blame. The demand is of 2021. It seems you made no efforts to securitize the demand. Someone in petitioner's office has remained asleep since 2021. The IT department issued notice in July 2021, and the first application by the party for complete stay came to be rejected in October that year. No concrete steps appear to have been taken by the petitioner to either consider securitizing the outstanding demand or to seek appropriate interim protection. This would clearly appear to suggest that the petitioner has been far from vigilant and clearly lacks in pursuing the legal remedies which were otherwise available. Unquote. Now let me ask a simple question to Tehseen. This is the High Court a week ago castigating, outraging at what the Congress, its temerity to approach the High Court after the two judicial orders went against it. Tehseen, how many people are employed in the Congress? Please tell me. Is it just you or somebody else, 3 or 4 people, half a dozen or thousands? Why was everyone asleep? I'll tell you why. Because you guys are snooty, you believe laws are different for you, they don't exist for you, and you will keep on refusing to pay what is owed to the government authorities.
Can I answer the point quickly?
Yeah, please.
The entire discrepancy in the case Dr. Anand Ranganathan speaks about is of 14 lakh rupees. That's it, 14 lakhs. That not only was secured, that was, please allow me to speak, that was duly deposited with the income tax.
No.
The delay was on account of Motilal Vora.
No.
Tax is all except the 14 lakhs.
Absolutely
now
not.
come up with this figure of 105
Absolutely
crores.
not. Absolutely not,
the
sir.
problem.
I will just now, because I read this particular judgment cover to cover, and I am familiar with what Dr. Ranganathan is saying, I'm going to pull it out. And I'm also going to tell you, viewers, that this dates back to the tax matter which we have put out, which was tax matter 2018 to 2019. So it is a very important case in which this particular claim has been made by the court itself. And that's why, viewers, I said that I am basing these facts on the facts that have been proven in a court of law. There is no other
But
higher
the
authority.
2018-2019 has to be filed in 2020
viewers,
when COVID
viewers,
happened,
one
my
second.
friend.
No, please, listen.
Yes,
Listen.
but you're making a fundamental mistake.
Okay,
my
in
friend.
22 it could not have been done. In 23 it could not have been done.
22, my friend.
Now, 1 second. Tuin Sinha, the charge is witch hunting. The charge is trying to shoot the Congress party in its leg so it doesn't have the resources to fight an election, and the attempt is to distort the so-called level playing field. Go ahead, respond to this charge.
Well, good evening, Rahul. Rahul, we can't shoot the Congress on its leg because it has already shot itself many times. The fact is the Congress has been a repeat offender. The exemptions to the Congress party were allowed under the provisions of 13A, which has been violated multiple times by the Congress party, and no clarification on that has been issued. One, in terms of not filing their tax returns on the stipulated date. Two, in terms of obtaining a donation in cash of 14 lakhs.
We know the facts, Mr. Sinha. The pointed question is the timing. The timing coincides. It is very close to a general election.
The timing. We don't dictate the timing. As you mentioned, we don't dictate the timing. When did the recovery of 135 crore happen? It happened on 16th March after the High Court dismissed Congress's petition, Congress's plea, and ruled in favor of the income tax. So are you telling me that even after that income tax should be extremely nice? Income tax has no attendant burdens to be nice to the Congress party.
Okay, response Tehseen Punara, fact, even I pointed it out. The Congress appeal before the CETA was dismissed on March 13, Delhi HC also dismissed the Congress appeal, IT department then recovered 135 crores.
As a rival political party, I can still feel sympathetic towards the Congress party, the tax department won't.
Okay, go ahead.
Nobody on
Mr.
this show has been able to. I'm giving you the answer. Nobody on this show has been able to give me another example, individual or otherwise, that the matter is in the Supreme Court and recovery has happened. When the
This
matter is in the
2018-2019 case was not.
I'm talking about 2495.
No, I'm telling you there are 3 cases, viewers. But even one second. Tehseen Punara, 1 second, please.
Sir, please allow me. I'll give you the facts.
Okay, sir.
Let me give you the facts.
You're not giving me the facts.
9495 matter.
Yeah.
No run around. Each fact. 9495 is in Supreme Court, but 54 crores has come in at the eve of elections. You think this is automatically generated, computer generated? Number 2, your viewers know it. Number 2, the case you're talking about, 2018-19, COVID happened, 14 lakh discrepancy. Tuveen Sinha agrees. For 14 lakh discrepancy, you're taking 135 crores at the time of election.
You claimed an exemption of 199 crores. Excuse me.
Different point.
1 second. I know exactly. You claimed an exemption of 199. That exemption was not held up by the High Court.
So it wasn't hidden. It was put out 199 crores. And income is not applicable to political parties.
There was a demand made.
Who rejected the exemption?
There was a demand made of the Congress party in the 2018-2019 tax case. They said, we need an exemption. This demand is too much. We need an exemption of 199 crore on our income. And guess what, viewers? The High Court came out and said, nothing doing. Pay up the tax on that money. So you have now a situation. Oh, no. Okay. No.
So why what the High Court has said, what the income tax has said is they refuse to give the exemption. Political parties are exempted from paying tax. What the High Court has said, since that's not happened,
the political party is not unconditionally, sir, is not unconditionally exempt. You have obviously not been able to satisfy the terms of the law in the court. That's a different story altogether. You can move the court, file a PIL, Tehseen Poonawala. You can file a PIL, and I can today ask Tehseen, 1 second, Tuveen Sinha also. No, 1 second.
Office.
No, 1 second, 1 second.
7-star hotel type office.
Yes.
In the Burj Khalifa.
Yes, doctor. Yes, doctor.
I know what Tehseen, please don't do it. Look, I know what Tehseen is doing. He is insinuating about the timing. Now, had this notice been delivered last year, Tehseen would have again said, look at the timing just before crucial Madhya Pradesh and other state elections. Had it been done in 2022, it was a look about Karnataka election. You know, Congress is being disrupted on the eve. And what he's saying, that our one hand is tied by this. अरे पिछले 10 साल से शोले के ठाकुर की तरह घूम रहे हो भाई, हाथ ही नहीं है आपके, 40 सीट आ जाए यही गनीमत है. But I want to ask you this, Tehseen, now you are a very honest person. Please tell me point blank, is the 1911 crores that Congress has generated or been given, has extorted from the companies through electoral bonds, is that, in your words, legal or illegal? Should that be used to pay up 1800 crores?
It is legal. Because the Congress was in no position to grant favors or conduct ED raids like the BJP.
Oh, really? It was not in power in any state.
Oh, my God.
Okay, viewers, this is absolutely, again, as I told you, this is very short-sighted logic and self-serving logic. Anyhow, I am going to only ask one question of Tuveen Sinha. Tuveen Sinha, today, I have to tell you, the reason these questions are being asked, and I am in interest of fairness, which is a point that perhaps Tehseen Poonawala should have raised but hasn't. Your ally, the TDP, grants a ticket, sir, to a person who is the father of the main approver in the liquor scandal. Now, what am I supposed to take away from this? You tell me.
A bottle.
No, a father is different from his son's activities.
Okay, father is different from his son's activities.
You know, he had granted the... why do you hold the father responsible for what the son is involved in?
Right, viewers.
So I think it's
because both of them own and run a company, a distillery, because both of them run the same distillery. Anyhow, viewers, look, the fact of the matter is that there will be people who will continue to ask questions. And I will come back to that same point. Those that are asking questions are today also in a position to determine the conversation around those questions. So we actually have to not look at the answers, we have to look at the questions that are being asked. In what context and why, and what is the motive behind those questions. Once we begin to decode that, it will become easier for us to locate this conversation. And we'll be able to call out fact from fiction. I'll take a short break, viewers. We are right back. Very interesting development today regarding the Prime Minister. Don't go away.